Hey guys, and welcome back to another TFT video. The first thing you're gonna notice about this video before we hop in is that I'm actually starting a little bit into the video. My computer is some doo-doo and it actually crashed. So you're gonna be seeing this from before or after the carousel and everything, after the first creep rounds, but trust me, you didn't miss much except for the fact that on the very first roll, we rolled we rolled 3 Renekton's and got a tier 2 Renekton very, very quickly. So just getting that out of the way, make sure you like and subscribe for more videos, and leave comments down below. Let's hop into this video. Thank you, past me, once again for the intro. And as he said, yes, we are starting a little bit late, and we're starting off with a loss, even though we won one round while we were AFK, restarting our computer because it's doo-doo. Anyways, today in this video, we're going to be building glacials, actually. Glacial Berserker. So Berserker was definitely a very prominent build in patch 10.1, and I think it will remain a very strong build in patch 10.2. Although I haven't seen it very much, and I guess it does get a little bit countered perhaps by Rangers, because Rangers do tend to go Wardens, and Desert buff is kind of hard to fit in to Berserkers. I mean, you could get like Kha'Zix, but then you're going like Berserker, Assassin. I don't know. Anyways, I think it's still pretty strong, especially early game. I think it's early and mid game. It's definitely still very, very strong. And late game, it depends who you're up against. It can still be pretty strong. But the main thing for us in this video is actually going to be our Ezreal. So, because of the new buffs, Ezreal's actually, I think, a very strong unit. And with all the Rangers being powerful right now, I think that he's definitely one of the top picks right now. Don't look at this right now. I accidentally forgot to move my units around, and I definitely did not lose to Krugs. Oopsies. He run a mountain tile, or mountain board, so we got some mountain tiles, and we're going to keep our Renekton on there for basically the whole game. So we sell our Renekton with the tier on it, and we actually already have our Seraphs, which we can put onto Ezreal. Seraphs is a core item for the new Ezreal, and so is Iceborne Gauntlet is also one of the top items. I wouldn't say it's 100% necessary the same way that Seraphs is, but it is, I think, very powerful on him. But actually, this game, we will not be using that. We decided to go for a more AP heavy build, and here you can already see from just the level 1 Ezreal, we're doing tons and tons of damage, so definitely very strong there. We're up to 50 econ, and we're relatively healthy. Some people are already at like 40 something. Oh my gosh. One guy on a win streak. We're picking up glacials, we're picking up berserkers. We picked up the kindred just in case, and most importantly, we did pick up the tier 2 Ezreal very, very quickly, which is super fortunate, but actually we lose the first round, we get him. But he's still doing so much damage. That guy was just very powerful. So unfortunately, we do miss out on econ there as well. In the carousel, we're going to want to go for either crit gloves or another tier or a rod, really anything we can put onto Ezreal that will be strong. And I actually decide, you know what, I'm going to go for a tier here just because I think tier is a very strong item. And if I get like a sword or a second tier, we can put that on Ezreal and he will be very powerful. We pick up the tier 2 Scion, which is very fortunate. And right now we're just going to be rolling, looking for upgrades. So that we get the Ornn and we will sell the Veigar. Druids will be no match for our Super Ezreal, as he just basically one-shots every single unit, doing tons and tons of damage in this early game, early mid-game. Very strong carry, especially at this stage. Picking up lots of Ornns, leveling up, and putting in Braum for the Warden buff and just one more Glacial. We want to protect our Ezreal as best we can. Everyone else will be doing damage, but Ezreal is going to be our main source of damage, so we want to keep him alive at all costs, because he is just going to be pumping out the ultimates, the auto attacks, everything. none of his ability doesn't necessarily do that much damage, but he can do it every 2 auto attacks, I believe, with one Seraph. He can do it every 2 auto attacks. Here we actually get very close to a tier 3 Renekton, which we would have had if we didn't sell that one Renekton for the tier, but I think it's definitely the right move to put the tier onto Ezreal for the Seraphs. And here we pick up 2 more tiers. We've gotten 5 tiers this game. It's insane. And I actually decide double Seraphs on the Ezreal, which ends up being super powerful. Now we're rolling down, looking for more Berserkers, another Braum. We need the Braum upgrade, and we need the volley upgrade, most importantly. And Ezreal can ult every single auto attack. So he auto attacks ults, auto attacks ults, auto attacks ults. That's hard to say. And he is just pumping out the damage and stunning so much. Now here I actually make, oh no, I don't do it yet, but I will sell the Jax because I know we're not going to put him in, and we do pick up the Olaf as well, and get a tier 2 volley. We're picking up lots and lots of Ezreals, which is very nice. Look at him go. Oh my gosh, so much damage. And it's lucky that we got a tier 2 Scion this early, and we have almost our tier 3 Renekton, everything. So I really want to get my upgrades, but there's just so many units I also want that it's kind of hard to decide what to do. So I do actually end up picking up the or using the Nico's help on the Renekton to get him to level 3, which actually ends up being a very smart decision because we... I hate this. We didn't get a single stun off onto her. Too bad. Because we actually don't roll another Renekton for like the rest of the game, I swear. I don't think I see a single other one. So I think that was actually the correct choice in that situation to use Nico's help, even though it was a 1-cost unit and we were only 1 away. Nothing super great to pick up, so we did just pick up the second Olaf. Not the worst thing in the world. More Mundos, a Warwick, another Mundo, and we pick up the Braum upgrade, which is very nice. So we have 2 2-star Orns, 2 2-star volleys, and our 3-star Renekton. So we've been pretty lucky with our rolls so far. Tons and tons of damage from Ezreal. Renekton also super powerful because of the Frozen Heart we have on him. And we do pick up another tier 2 Ezreal. So we're really, honestly, in a very good spot to get a tier 3 Ezreal pretty early this game. Ezreal just stunning everybody, doing so much damage. Luckily, our Braum and Scion are able to clean up once he does go down, and we're able to take the W on that one. Creeps. We're not really looking for anything in particular. Maybe a Rod, which we could put for Morellos onto the Renekton, but there's really not anything that's super optimal. A sword could be good for the Olaf with the cloth, but unfortunately all we get is an extra Giant's Belt, which we also get enough money to level up so we can get our forward Glacial. And we do make Warmogs. Zephyr would have been a pretty good choice, but I decided I want our Renekton to try and stay alive as much as we can, and I've also noticed that there aren't a ton of anti-healing users in this lobby, so I decided maybe Warmogs would be good. Warmogs as an item is not the strongest right now because of how much anti-healing there is. It basically just nullifies its use. So I don't know. Zephyr could definitely be a smarter option, especially against a team like this where they just have the Ashe carry. So maybe that could have been a more optimal decision to make Seraphs, but we got a lot of gold right now. We're looking to potentially level up and take out the Ornn and put in our Jax and Mundo out to get 6 Berserker. That way our volley will be stunning in a cone, and our Olaf will be stunning in a cone. Fortunately here, the Kha'Zix does assassinate our Ezreal, and he's not able to do quite as much damage as he normally does. And we actually end up losing a few rounds. There's another Seraphs, which would have been insane to get, but it does get picked up because we are not first pick. And the only other item we can really grab is the Trap Claw. Nothing else that's that beneficial. And I can either put on Olaf or Renekton. And I think since Renekton is so tanky, he'll live the longest and get the most use out of a Trap Claw. So we level up and we do just that. We take out the Ornn and the Braum. Oh no, we keep the Braum in. We end up losing that one, but not by too much, so it's not awful. We do get our Olaf upgrade, which is huge, and we get some more units. We get our tier 2 Mundo. We pick up our tier 3 Ezreal, which is huge, right before the round starts as well. We're also only one volley away from tier 3 volley. And Ezreal's just pumping out the damage. Whew, look at that. Is that 11,000? That's crazy. Another Olaf, and there's the tier 3 volley. And GA. GA is definitely not a bad item for us right now. We can put that onto our Olaf, and he will almost certainly be able to ult and do tons of damage. As you can see, we only have 2 buffs going right now, Glacial and Berserker. But I think that's a very good combo, especially with the 6 Berserker Glacial. And we are about as powerful as we'll get. The only thing we can do is level up and put in the Ornn for electric buff and warden buff, which would be pretty strong. And here's the freaking, oh my gosh, this Kha'Zix is just so powerful, and he gets off a really good assassination onto our carry, which is unfortunate. And he almost takes us out. We get down to 6 health. But we are now top 3. We do get our Jax upgrade finally. So now we have all of our units upgraded about as far as they'll get, besides maybe Ornn. So now we seem to position a little bit better. Gonna put our Olaf up front so he gets targeted first. We're up against the same guy again, but this time the Kha'Zix doesn't target our Ezreal right off the bat, and our Ezreal is able to do the damage that he needs to do, and we take this guy out. If he doesn't get onto Ezreal, Ezreal is unstoppable. 2 guys left. The other guy has tons of health, but I feel very confident myself. We just upgraded and got in our Ornn. So now we have electric buff, we have warden buff, glacial, and berserker. He does have poison though, which counters our Ezreal a lot, especially if someone gets onto our Ezreal. But luckily for us, they don't get onto our Ezreal until that Kog'Maw ult right there, which did not affect us very much. And we had so many units left over, and just feeling very good about that. Looking at items to pick up, we could pick up the rapid fire cannon, which would be very good on the Olaf, and which is it's what we wanted, but unfortunately that's what he picked up. So we will go for the sword breaker since he does have ranger carries. So getting onto the back line with Olaf with the sword breaker will be very powerful. There is a Zed pickup, which there's no real way to put that in. I guess we could take out. We don't really want to take out any of the units because we need Berserker and we need Glacial. So, and it won't be any better than the Ornn because it won't give us 3. Even with an assassin on him, Ezreal just barely even takes any damage because he's stunned so much. And we are able to just take him out. Super, super strong build, especially since none of the units were contested. I think this is a very, very powerful build. Although we did get kind of lucky with the double Seraphs. But even just with one Seraph, he'd be ulting very, very often, and it'd be very strong. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more, and leave any comments down below of what you want to see in the future. I'll see you next time.